Hey guys, so this is another Hero Shop video, and this time around we're really seeing that we're getting the same hero rotation that we got the last time, but I did not make a video of this one. So we're gonna do it, guys. So somehow, my old friend. If you ever got somehow with summons, you're not a happy camper, but her weapon did get awakened. So I did hear somebody that did get her weapon at +3, and he could swear that she is good now with that weapon. But I mean, on her own, she's not going to be good, but you will need to get her weapon at +3 to actually make her good. So that is a big investment. So that's going to be your decision, and I haven't really seen her to tell you for sure if her weapon at +3 is good or not, but I cannot recommend getting this hero right off the bat unless you really want to get her weapon at +3 in that situation. Fiona, especially if you're starting out the game, she is a freaking amazing hero to start with. If you have her and if you have Antia, you have all the stones you need to make a good blue team, whichever combination you want to do in that situation. So if you're starting off the game, definitely Fiona is an amazing option. Higher level play, I'm not really seeing Fiona used like no plays at all, because Abigail has replaced her in that situation so strongly, for sure. In that situation, especially if you're combining her with other heroes in that situation. I'm talking about Abigail. So, but Fiona is still a good hero, and if you don't have Abigail, you need to have Fiona for sure. And even so, if you want to do the infinite team and you already have Abigail, you're gonna need Fiona, because you're gonna use Abigail, Fiona, and Antia to create enough stones to make that infinite over and over and over again. So yeah, Fiona's a pretty good hero, but you have to make sure you know what you really want to do. So if you want to do the infinite team, you need Fiona. If you don't, you can skip her if you're a high level player in that situation, but she's still pretty good. And Lupita, when she had her weapon awakened to +3, she was an absolute monster. A few people were using her on defense as well, and it was somewhat useful, but on the attack it was a freaking monster. But now I have the weapon at +3. I've tested out Lupita, and I'm not really seeing all the high damage that she used to do. Apparently, she got nerfed in that situation with her weapon, so sadly, I cannot recommend Lupita now. In the past, I would love to recommend it, but right now, I'm not seeing her doing the amazing thing that she used to do in that situation. However, if you're needing to actually try to get her weapon with clovers, you may decide to get her in that situation to actually get her weapon, because her weapon is the best attack weapon for strength that I can think of at this moment for sure, because it does stack 3 times. So do take that into account. Lupita's weapon is the real deal, guys. Now for the second level here, we got 2 really powerful options. Very powerful stuff here. So let's talk about Percy real quick here. Percy is an absolute nightmare on defense. He is one of the best heroes on defense, in my opinion, ever since the game started in that situation. But there is a downside of using him. You need to have him at +3 for him to be effective, and he also has to have his own weapon. Once you have those 2 elements there, you'll be able to be a lot more successful on defense for sure, especially if you add a few more heroes of his own faction, which is Edith. However, do take into account that even though he has all these limitations, things like that, he's still a freaking powerful hero. Even without of his own faction, like Luna, Idritha, usually those are the 2 main heroes that you see him on defense. Even without that, he'll still suck the mana and pretty much disrupt the enemy that is attacking you in that situation. On the attack, I have seen him used on with the Damon team. He is useful there because he does dodge a lot and things like that. But yeah, in that situation, if you already have him and you have him a +2 or a +4, I can recommend to get him in that situation, because he does need to be +3. +5 is to actually raise his resonance and things like that. Well, his talents and things like that, for him to be more resilient when he's actually receiving damage. But still, +3 is the gold standard for him for sure. And Miranda, if you're playing green and you don't have Miranda, you don't know what you're missing. Miranda is an amazing upgrade to any mono green attacking teams in the entire game. For sure, she cleanses, she creates stones, she buffs the entire freaking team's attack, and that stacks in that situation. So she's a very powerful option. Highly recommended to get it. No questions asked. She's one of the top picks for sure. And finally, oh my god, Holmes. Holmes is, I still use Holmes in Tower of Illusion. She is by far my best purple hero for that specific thing. I have to revive her many times over because she is so freaking effective and destroying all the enemies in that situation. On defense, she is able to be used on defense, but she is extremely squishy, so you do have to put her in a team that actually protects her, has taunt and all that good stuff. On the attack, if you pair her with the Director N that gives a crit and crit damage to her, she does disgusting amounts of damage. It's not even funny. However, the extra damage that she actually does with her awakenings, that actually only happens if the damage is done directly to the enemy. So in other words, if it only hitting shields, she's not going to do that damage. So you do have to take that into account. You have to break the shields, eliminate the shields or whatever, and then go off and do a bunch of damage that is freaking disgusting, guys. Very powerful stuff for sure. And highly recommend to get. You're able to get her to +5. I mean, pretty much all these heroes, I think you're able to get them to +5. But these two, I'm at least Miranda, I'm 100% sure you're able to get her to +5 there. And Holmes as well through events in that situation. So that's the biggest draw that you're actually going to get when you're actually getting these heroes in that situation. And Holmes is a very, very powerful option to add. If you get her to +5 and you can through events, you'll be able to buff your entire team by 25% when you actually attack, and that's going to stack with Director N's +1, so you're actually giving 50% attack to your entire team with those two heroes together. So yeah, this hero is for real, guys. So if you're thinking about getting her, she is an incredible addition to your purple teams, and most people do have resonance in purple the highest in that situation. So highly recommend it, guys, for sure. Alright guys, so these are the options for this time. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.